The St. Croix River is 169 miles long, and it stretches through much of Minnesota and Wisconsin. It is designated as a National Scenic Riverway by the National Park Service. The river is a healthy ecosystem, home to lots of native wildlife. And if we are not careful, it could all disappear. It's time to ask ourselves, what have we done to save the St. Croix River? Red phosphorus is one of the main sources of pollution in the St. Croix River. Manure runoff is also another source of pollution in the St. Croix River. Microplastics and microfibers are another contributing factor to pollution in the St. Croix River. Microplastics were found in every water, fish, mussel, and sediment sample taken from the river. The smallmouth bass sampled were found to have an average of 17.5 microplastic particles inside of them. Three-ridge mussels are found to be bearing an average of 6.7 particles of microplastics. A cubic meter of water from the river was found to have an average of 2 microplastic particles. A liter of mud from the river was found to have an average of 600 microplastic particles. Just like microplastics, microfibers are another contaminant found in the river. Clothes are the biggest producers of microfibers. One fleece jacket can break down into 250,000 microfibers. These microfibers and microplastics can become entangled and lodged into an organism's gut. Phosphorus is an essential element to plant life, but when there is too much of it in the water, it causes excessive algae growth and causes plants to grow wildly. Excessive algae and plant growth depletes the oxygen levels in the water that could be used by other organisms. The Minnesota Pollution Control Agency declared the St. Croix River in peril of phosphorus runoff. In 2006, Minnesota and Wisconsin signed an agreement to reduce phosphorus runoff by 20% by the year 2020. Phosphorus mining and soil erosion are the main sources of phosphorus in the river. Agriculture is the main source of manure pollution in the St. Croix River. Livestock along the St. Croix River produces 30 million gallons of manure a year, much of which runs into the river through the watershed and streams. The manure runoff can be stopped by creating a second reservoir or runoff exclusively for the manure. A tributary is a small river or stream that flows into a larger river or lake. The St. Croix River has 3 main tributaries, and it itself is a tributary to the Mississippi. The 3 main tributaries to the St. Croix are the Snake River, the Kettle River, and the Namakagon River. Of the 3 main tributaries, the Namakagon is the most polluted and leads to the most pollution in the St. Croix. As a community, we cannot take the river for granted. It is our duty to preserve its beauty and wildlife. The St. Croix River Association is doing a great job of reducing pollution in the river. You can help protect the natural beauty of the river by donating to our GoFundMe page, which goes directly to the St. Croix River Association.